Hi, my name's Janette Oakman. I'm a psychic artist and a medium. And today I want to talk about clairsentience. Clairsentience is a French word which basically just means clear sensing. And for a medium, this is a massive tool to use. You'll get a lot more out of your clairsentience than you will out of a pack of tarot cards or not that I'm putting them down, or your oracle cards or holding something, lots of the tools that mediums use. Clairsentience comes for free, okay? Because it's using your own body. You've always got it with you when you're working. You haven't left it at home that night. You've taken it with you because you've taken you. Simple as. Now, over the years, we gain a lot of memories of our own. And, so we've all suffered pain. Most of us have suffered a form of loss. We all know if we get excited, we hear the kettle on. Or the urge to want to bake a cake. We know what it's like when your foot hurts. You may have had a hernia, and you know what that feels like. Our body holds so many memories. Now, as a medium, if you actually sit to develop your clairsentience, then you can learn to actually use your body as a tool. So, for example, if I have someone with me in spirit, I will actually be able to stand there and think, you know what, I think this person's taller than me, because they feel a lot taller than me. I'll be able to feel, okay, are they younger than me or older than me? They feel about my age, actually. I'm not feeling very feminine at the moment, so I feel that this person would have been a male. So, as an example, I've got a man with me who I believe would be taller than me, but he also would have been round about my age. Now, we've all suffered some kind of illness, be it a cold or, we stubbed our toe or something which was very, very quick and gone. So many of us have actually got a basic feeling, a memory, to be able to call on. So, for example, I've got this gentleman here, he's taller than me, about my age, but I also feel that he would have had a health condition that would have lingered on for quite a while. Okay, I do feel that he suffered. I'm not being told this information, I'm feeling it with my body. I also feel that even though he had suffered for quite some time, that also he would have passed very, very quickly at the end. It was unexpected at the end. Something happened towards the end that sped it up, his condition. And I'm also feeling with my body that what actually took him to spirit is actually different to how I was feeling with my long-term illness. So that I will interpret as meaning, as a medium, that this gentleman I have with me, who's taller than me, around about my age, who had an illness for quite some time, when his time actually came to go to spirit, it all happened very, very quickly, but he actually would have passed the spirit with a different health condition to what he actually would have been suffering with. So, for example, let me explain that a bit more. Someone may have had cancer, for example, and they may have suffered for a year or two with cancer, had all the different treatments and everything. Sometimes I can actually feel, so I do feel with this gentleman that he actually had cancer, because I am feeling the IVs go into his arm, and I'm feeling that he would have had chemotherapy. Now, the reason why I know this is because I sat with my sister many, many times when she was having chemotherapy, and I'm getting the same feeling that I had when I was watching her have it. I'm recognising that within my own memories. But I do feel, and I do feel that also as well, the stomach area was affected because my thoughts, when I think of my own body, are actually more going towards my stomach area. I'm not feeling anything there, but that is where my thoughts are centred. So I do know that it would have affected his stomach area. I do believe this is a proper spirit person, so one of you out there will recognise them. But I do feel that when he actually went to spirit, I'm very drawn to the central chest area, so mentally, so I feel that he actually would have had a heart attack at the end. There would have been heart failure, heart attack, that kind of thing at the end. I also am very aware of my breathing as well, so I do know that he would have had problems breathing, and I do feel as well, because I've actually been in hospital, been on oxygen before, I'm calling on a memory, I know what it's like, that he would have also have had oxygen. I'm not feeling the mask, I'm actually feeling the see-through tubes that they put up your nose. That's what I'm feeling here. I also am feeling as well, just using my body here, I'm not being told, I'm not being shown photos, that I haven't died where I lived. I feel that I died either in a hospice or a hospital, because that feels very different to me than somebody who's actually died at home. I don't feel like I'm in that environment. I'm not recognising the feeling of having all my own possessions around me. Now also as well, using my body, okay, and as I'm bringing in this information, I'm also feeling as well a bit of personality coming in. So I do feel this man was a bit stubborn. Now I know this because I can be stubborn and I'm recognising that. So I do feel this man was a bit stubborn, but he was funny with it, because I can see a little bit of a twinkle in his eye, and so I've seen that, I've seen the twinkle in his eye, but instantly I know that he was a bit of a Jack the Lad because of that as well. So I'm bringing in some other clairs as well there, clairvoyance in that particular case. So I'm using my body, I'm using my memories to describe the man, but also his health conditions. So now I'm starting to bring in his personality, which is very, very important, because, for example, in your family you may have 3 men, and I do believe there was 3 men who passed a spirit with cancer. Now, them 3 men, they wouldn't all have the same memories, they wouldn't all have the same personalities either. It might be very similar, but it wouldn't be exactly the same. So now, if you're not already familiar with who this person is, I'm going to say that this was also a man who put off things till tomorrow, what he could have done today. Probably was quite a frustrating person to live with. I can almost feel him chuckling in spirit, because, yeah, tell him the truth. But also as well, I want to say that he was someone who was very into fine detail. Now, I'm an artist, and as an artist, I'm not perfect in any area of my life, but when it comes to my art, when it comes to mediumship, I can be very OCD about that. And I do feel that this man was very, very much someone who looked at the fine details. If something was going to be done, he'd like it done properly, okay? I'm also feeling as well that I would have loved to have sat there with a newspaper, and I would have loved to have done the crosswords, but I'm looking for a joke section in a newspaper as well. Now, this is a clairsentience still, because this is like a familiar thing that I used to do, and I'm looking for it. It was a habit I had. I'd look in, and I used to like reading the jokes, and I would have shared the jokes as well. So he also probably was a little bit annoying as well, because you'd be sitting there watching your Coronation Street or something, and he'd be sitting there saying, "Oh, really, listen to this, la-di-da-da, so-and-so did this," which would have interrupted your viewing. So I'm bringing through a real character trait there, okay? Now, I'm feeling a bit shivery as well. I'm feeling a bit cold. So I do feel as well that he would have passed in the autumn to winter time. I don't feel I'm early spring. That doesn't feel right to me. I'm using my body. I feel like I'm actually in the autumn springtime. Okay, and I feel very, very drawn towards the month of October. Now with that, that is still Clairsentience, but also as well, I was actually starting to see a calendar as well, and I wanted to change it to October, particularly around the 15th. This is just a very, very basic example of how to use Clairsentience. What about, you know, being able to say, you know, this bloke, he used to love his cup of tea, but, and he used to have it very, very strong as well. I feel like, you know, the spoon probably could have stood up in the cup because he liked it so strong. It would have been a nightmare to keep them cups clean. But also as well, I feel that he would have liked to have a drink in a tumbler glass that would have been transparent. So I don't want a whiskey, I don't want a pint of beer. I would have wanted a drink that would have been transparent in colour, and in my mind at the moment all I can think is vodka or whiskey, or not whiskey, vodka or gin, or, you know, some kind of drink like that. He's also a stickler for time, because clairvoyantly I am seeing him and he's going like this, looking at his watch. Alright, that's another little bit of evidence for you there. As I said, this is just a basic example of how you can use Clairsentience, and I really hope that if you're someone who's training to be a medium, that you will actually start to listen to your body a little bit more. Look for habits that your hands might do as well, or other parts of your body, because quite often we will start getting them while we're working on a clairsentient level. Really hope you found this useful. Please keep tuning into my channel, Janette Oakman, because I do plan to put up many more videos in the future, and you can also see, I think I've got about 47 videos on there at this moment, to do with psychic art or guided meditations. You know, please do, you know, if you want to find more, hit the subscribe button. You can also find me on Facebook. Just type up Janette Oakman, Janette Oakman, or you can go to my website, janetteoakman.com. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you.